What are you doing, Evie?
Eating bread.
What are you going to do with it?
Put it in a bag.
Why?
I don't want it to get in my bed and make
Is it for lunch? Evie is packing a lunch for school.
Where are the big bags?
There's no big bags. Here's the bag you want. Ooh, Evie, that's good.
I want jalapenos.
You want some jalapenos in a bag? That'll freak your friends out. Miss Carolee too. What are you eating?
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Evie Orgill, looking fabulous. She's got the glitter, spin around, let's have a look. She's got the bow. Woo. Oh, careful, careful. Don't want to lose another tooth. Looking good. Oh, Evie, tell me what happened today while you were on a picnic.
He kind of got puked on.
Yeah. Tell me what happened on your picnic today.
I was like playing
Who did you see come running by?
Daddy and Cookie.
Daddy and Cookie. Yeah, Evie was on her little picnic in the park today, and me and Cookie just came running by. Evie tried to catch her, but Cookie was a little afraid of all the kids. Right? Oh, jaboo, jaboo. Did you have fun at school? Did everybody just love your Christmas outfit?
Fiona was like, I want that.
Cool.
Fiona had Bobo.
Bobo?
A stuffed animal, Bobo.
Is that JoJo's dog?
Yeah, it's JoJo's dog. Even it came with a JoJo's Hero brush.
Okay, Frank. You keep working on that. I am building a little picnic in my purse. We're going to the park to have a picnic from the purse. The house is a total disaster, but I'm going to the park and I'll just clean it later. It'll wait for me. In fact, it'll wait for the kids when they get home and they can do their zones. They can work hard. And then we're taking a self-defense class tonight as a family. And while I'm thinking about it, this freshly picked park pack is probably my favorite purse I've ever owned. Maybe it's because it's like a fanny pack, but it's still cute. It's like the squareness of it is just so cute. And I can have both my hands free and still have, like, if it's like a diaper and wipes if you needed to, and like all my credit cards and keys and my sunglasses. Like, it is the bottom line essentials and a lip gloss. Like, whatever little things I need to carry to keep this little guy happy and fresh. So the funniest thing, I went to a luncheon for my cute friend Jess Toulson, who is the owner. Her and Cody, her business partner, own mixers. And if you don't know what mixers are, I've told you guys before, they are amazing mix-in drinks for that time of the month. They also have stuff to help you like fall asleep. They have stuff like all the woman health stuff, vitamins, prenatals, like they got it all. But they were doing a luncheon for their affiliates, and I sat next to an empty chair that had someone's back on it, and I was just like, we'll see. I don't know who it is. Like, a lot of my friends were already at a table, but it had filled up because I was chatting, and so I just went with my friend my plus one that I brought, and we sat down. And then this cute girl sat down, and I was like, hi. I'd never seen her face before. I didn't know who she was, and I was like, hi, what's your name? And she's like, Susan, and she was so nice. And I had no idea. I followed her on Instagram, but I didn't like read underneath. I'm like, I'll follow you. Now I won't remember. Now I won't forget your name, you know? And then like halfway through the talking, when Jess was like telling her story, she like points over to Susan and says, and Susan was the first person that like took me under her wing, and she saw what I was doing like 2 weeks after I launched mixers and called me and said, let me take you out to lunch, and totally mentored her in her business, like shaped her business, and it's successful right now. And so like I looked at her, like she got up and started speaking like on the mic, and I was just like, I had no idea. And she like introduced her. Oh, and if you don't know who she is, she's the CEO, founder, owner of Freshly Picked. And I'm like, I'm so stupid, because I've totally done an affiliate program and brand deals with her company, and I didn't even know who she is or what she looked like, but that's fine. And then she sat down and I was like, sorry, I should have known who you were, but she was so sweet. And I just was so impressed with her ability to like see other people working hard and being like, I'm gonna lift you up, sister. Like, I got you. I'm gonna give you my knowledge because I want you to be successful too. Because I was successful, I'm gonna like turn back around and help someone behind me. I love that. It's inspiring to me. And any woman that owns a company that's that kind of person, I will support all day long. And I hope you feel the same way. Buy freshly picked things. I am so impressed by her. And since then we've been chatting on Instagram here and there, and she's been very sweet to me too, even though I'm not an owner of a company. Like, I don't sell anything that's my own, but I mean, besides my bread bowl, you guys know that. But I mean, that's not really a company. That's just like a product that I've developed. But, and I mean, it's not the same thing. I didn't like invent something and start a company. Okay, Nino.
Do I draw a line?
Let's see, Unicorn Day. All right, Nino's got his little cowboy boots on. Jump. Woohoo! I forgot sunblock and the sun came out, and there was like another mom here that was kind enough to let me have some of hers. I'm the lava monster.
Yeah,
Got you. Now you're the lava monster.
No, we're both lava monster because
Oh, we're a
you're
team?
my mom.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go up, Nino.
come on.
Oh, I don't think so. What are these for?
I do.
Why?
I love you.
I love you too. Thank you. Oh, I dropped some. Dang it. You went on a little adventure and then brought me back a bouquet of flowers.
I do that. Mine.
I think Davey had a physical today because of his CDL license. So let's go see how that went. It did warm up outside. Okay, we made it home. You got a Pop-Tart for visiting Daddy? Are you gonna share with Nino? Not in my room though. Come in the kitchen. Say, come on, Nino.
Come on, Nina.
Hola.
How was your physical?
Passed. He said, I wish everybody had as good a blood pressure as you that came in here.
Well done, babes. What's going on out here?
Little gardening. Gardening.
Sun came out, warmed right back up. The wind mellowed out a little bit. This gap has been bothering Davey since our house was landscaped.
A mistake on our landscape.
It needs to go right there.
Yeah. They just line things up and there's just this big old
Yeah.
gap here.
Like this bush, this tree should have been centered on it.
Yeah.
And it's about 2 feet off.
Not gonna do it anymore.
So Davey's like, I'm adding something there, it's driving me
Like
crazy.
the neighbors are talking about the gap. It's that bad.
Well, really, you should just be moving this bush over. Because that bush is too close to that grass too.
Okay, we're not just moving bushes.
Okay.
They're in or they're out.
So, when I was doing it, and hold the top, it says, well, like, not right here, just like on the corner.
Just the top, no, don't hold the bottom, it needs to tuck up in there.
So this is a black hole. I was like this. He went in, and then I put him all the way in, and then this happened.
Did everyone laugh?
Yeah. And he was up there the whole time. And then, like, my friends played with it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, Mom, what's this?
I'm gonna do my drum real quick and see if I
This is my pottery, and then I dumped it out of my purse and broke it right away from Creative Kiln.
You didn't make that.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah, I made this.
How did you get
I
this?
scratched it in there.
Okay, I helped Ambree finish up the Nino bus, she's calling it. Let's see if it works. Okay, sit in it. You gotta sit in the middle.
Okay, Nino Bus.
Oh, Frank! I think he approves. Is that fun?
You're in a car. Look at that, Nino.
All right, what's going on here? All right, I was going to show you guys how cute it is. Ambree's making a little box car racer out of the box from the trampoline thing, which I think is going to be super dangerous. That's amazing. You put a string on it even. Ender, how do you like it?
Love it.
Okay guys, we are on our way to go to a self-defense class, and we stopped off at the Labooty's house, and Ambree has got a brand new pet. It's a baby goat. Are we taking it home?
Yeah.
Little boy, he's eating her shirt.
I just love watching them play. Go. Okay, I've challenged Ender to ride the goat. This is what I did when I was your age, Ender. Watch him, watch him, watch him. He'll get you. You gonna do it, Ender? You gotta stay on for 3 seconds. What happened? Grab the horns, Ender, and get down there. Come on. One 1,000, two 1,000. Let's see it, April. Try to push Daisy. Come on, April, you got it.
Get into the base. Push him first and see if you can get into the base.
Without the base?
Yeah, just start pushing him.
Get into the base. Get into the base. Get into the base. Okay, Evie, get into your base. Lean. Okay, let's see it. Oh, Daisy, get it. Boom, boom. Daisy, bird flies in. Oh. And her bird flies in and gets the rock.
Okay, you guys, tonight, let me just start by saying, like, we plan out our weeks every Sunday. Everything we do is planned out and on purpose, and we had a date for Davey and I scheduled for Friday tonight. And what happened is Daisy ended up staying home from school on Tuesday, and we were kind of like, let's take advantage of Daisy being home. So we had her watch the kids, Frankie, while he slept. He was just taking a nap, but she was home with him. So I was like, we can go on a lunch date. So we went on our lunch date
Got some good sushi.
early on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. And then on the lunch date, I just was like, honey, I feel like this is our date and we need to like free up Friday. And he was like,
just leave it open.
Okay. I'm like, yeah, I just feel like we're supposed to leave Friday open. So we like took our date off of the calendar. Well, like 3 days later, I got a text from my neighborhood friend Rosie, and she was like, her husband's a real estate agent. Anyway, he was like, I decided I wanted to have my wife and my kids take this self-defense course. I guess maybe they knew the people. I don't know how it happened, but they decided to sponsor the self-defense class, and it was just free. Like, anyone that wants to come. We want to fill up the room. And so she's like, all you have to do is go to the Eventbrite and register. And when I went to register, it said on the Eventbrite. Originally, I was just going to go because I was like, oh, like a girls' night, self-defense. Maybe that's why I'm supposed to go. Like, maybe this is why I'm supposed to free up Friday, right? Like, everything happens for a reason mentality. And so I go to register, and I see on the registration it's for the whole family, anyone 5 or older. And I was like, it's basically our whole family except for the baby. And it like snapped right then. I was like, we're all supposed to go to this. Like, our whole family's supposed to go to this. And so I registered all 7 of us. And we were kind of just like, Davey was like, I'll just take Frankie and like watch him there or like whatever. So we get there and it was awesome. Guys, I'm
all
so
the kids
glad
were
we
like,
went.
what is this? I don't want to do it.
They didn't want to go. They were pushing back like, what is happening? I want to hang out with my friends. And I was like, we're going. So glad we did. We're going to tell you some of the things we learned. You want to go?
I was watching Frankie the whole time.
Okay.
You go ahead.
So this is the most important thing. I feel like you could spend like weeks and weeks learning about this stuff and it would be helpful. But I want to just tell you a couple little stories that make this hit so hard for home for me. First of all, my mom knew Ted Bundy, who, if you don't know who that is, he is a very well-known like horrible serial killer that was put to death by the death sentence. That's how bad it was. He was a very bad person. I don't use that very lightly. He was like a really bad person. He was the worst. So my mom personally knew him, and when she was 16, he attempted to abduct her. He failed. She was able to get away and hide. Then move on to me in junior high. I don't know that I've shared this on the blog, but when I was in 9th grade, I was walking home from school alone, and I had seen the same yellow truck kind of passing by. It was like clockwork. I would cross the street and see the same yellow truck, and I remember like after the 3rd time seeing it being like, that's weird. That's kind of creepy. And then sure enough, that day when I was walking across, I saw the yellow truck coming, and it turned into the church parking lot that I cut through. Like there was like a shortcut to get home. He pulls in, this white truck pulls in. Did I say yellow truck?
Yellow, I think.
It was not yellow. It was white. I don't know why I said that. This white truck pulls in. It was like a white pickup truck. And he goes and parks right in front of the hole in the fence, or the opening in the fence that I would use to get through the field to go to my neighborhood. It would cut like a mile off of my walk home. So, and it was the only place to go. Like if I were to turn around and run behind me, it's just open parking lot. And so I had to get through that field to get away from this man driving a car. But that was the immediate, like my brain immediately, when I saw him turn in there, I immediately was like, well, that's creepy, because I've seen that truck do the same routine every day, and it didn't this time. Then when he went and parked in front of my hole, for sure, I was like, oh, this is really bad. But I knew I couldn't turn around and run, like I said. So I just kept trying to like go towards the hole, hoping that he was just like taking a lunch break there or whatever. I was just kind of like, I don't know what else to do. When I got close to his truck, he rolled down his window and started telling me to get in his car, trying to get me in his car, telling me that I was like, making me feel like I was crazy, because he knew that I knew where the Mortensons lived, and that I just needed to get in the car and show him it was really important. He needed me to get in the car and show him where these people that I'd never even heard of. And I kept saying, I've never even heard of them. And he says, I know you know where they live. Just get in my car, show me where they are. We talked for a few minutes, and every time I would walk, because I was just like trying to get away from him, because I was like, dude, you're creepy. And so I tried to walk in front of the truck, and he would pull forward. And then I tried to walk behind the truck, and he would back up. So he was keeping me kind of at bay between a safe hole in the fence to get home and this big parking lot that he could easily just drive and chase me down in a car. So finally, he asked me a completely inappropriate sexual question, where I was just like, my senses were just like, run. And I ran in front of his truck, taking the chance that he could like pop it into drive and run me over. I didn't care. I was like, you're going to have to kill me. So I just ran in front of his truck, bolted through the fence, and I ran home so fast that when I got home, my throat felt like it was bleeding. I could taste blood. I was hysterical. The door to get home was locked when I got there, and I was just looking behind me, pounding on it. Like, it was the most scared I've ever been in my life. My sister opened the door to me crying, hysterical, terrified, looking behind me. And we called the cops, and they came and tried to get a description. Never found the guy, because I didn't have a license plate, because I was on the side of his car, and I gave the best description I could have. But I was almost abducted. I'm like, okay, so my mom was almost abducted. I was almost abducted. Now I am here with 6 kids. I'm like, it is only a matter of time before they experience a creep. I just know it. Like, there's so many creeps and creepy people in this world. And then just last month, I was in the store close to our house, and 2 old men, they were in masks, obviously, because it was like coronavirus time, and masks were required in the store, but they walked right up to my car and started complimenting her, and my creepy meter went off immediately. I didn't want to like try to make these guys feel creepy, because I was like, oh, maybe they're just being nice guys. They're, oh, she's so cute. And I was like, thanks, you know. But they kept getting closer and closer, and finally one of the men reached in and tried to sweep her hair from her neck, and I was like, don't touch my child. Like, it just came out of my mouth, like, no, don't touch my child. And he was like, oh, sorry. And then like him and his friend walked off, and they were like older gentlemen, probably late 60s. And then I just kind of like bolted, like trying to get away from them. I was just like, and I said really loudly to Evie, she's like, what's going on? And I was like, those guys are being really creepy. And like, I said it where there was like other people around me. As soon as I started acting like outwardly being like, those guys are being creepy. I went to a candy aisle I would never have gone to, but I was like kind of just shaking and in shock, just like, that was totally creepy. But I didn't want to, I wish now I would have been able to like scream like, there are creeps in the store, moms watch your kids, these guys are creeps. Like, after going to this class tonight, that's how I should have been acting. And I'm like so glad she empowered me to act like that, because it is not okay to walk up and touch someone else's child in a shopping cart, especially if you're two men. Like, if you're a man and you're going in to touch a little girl that you don't know, that is not okay.
She said that's a telltale sign for sure.
Pedophiles. Yeah.
Like, I'm sure nice people do that too, but they're crossing boundaries that you're not comfortable with.
Well, and if there is a nice person doing that, you should act like that so that they know, I should never do that to anyone again. And then they should never do it again.
Behavior, but
yes.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing she taught us. If it seems creepy, it is.
Yeah, like there's no guaranteed situation of what's creepy, but if you have that gut feeling, if somebody's making you feel uncomfortable, you stand up for it and you say something to them. Verbally.
And no one has the right to touch your body unless you give them permission. Ever. And you have your own space, and if someone comes into your space and you're uncomfortable, you have the right, and actually you need to tell them, I'm not comfortable with that. You need to back up. That's what you should do. So I think it's good to be totally assertive. And so like, I'm just glad because it empowered me a little bit more to like not have been so slow to like be that. Like the second he started complimenting her and getting close to the car, I wish I would have just been like, that's far enough. You're creeping me out. And the other thing she taught me is like, look in everyone's eyes. She's like, be aware of everyone. Look into their eyes, into the window of their soul. Let them know that you see them. And that like, it's happened so many times. Creepy guys or creepy people kind of like lingering or following me. I've even had like a creepy lady following me in a grocery store before. It happens. It's not okay. And make the eye contact. They don't want to be seen. So looking at them, letting them know that you see them, it's important.
And, yeah, it was a big lesson too of not being distracted. Like especially moms, like get your list ready, be ready, don't take phone calls, don't
have a purpose.
Don't be looking, like take care of it, be aware of your kids are there, be aware when you're on.
Like if you're at the grocery store to get something, know your purpose before you go in the grocery store. She's like, make a list, make a plan, like don't be trying to figure it out in the store because then you're distracted, and if you have kids with you especially, like it's not gonna end well. But even when you're alone, because that's what these creepy people that are looking to snatch someone, they're looking for moms that are kind of distracted in their phones, shuffling through their purse for their keys. Have your stuff together, have a purpose.
We should try to get this lady on a podcast.
I know, we should actually do something with them.
She's very
their whole family was amazing. So
Griff Tactical.
Their family mission is to educate people how to use like self-defense. And the stuff they taught us tonight was pretty basic. Just like how, like grab my arm.
Yeah, hand
break the wrist, walk away.
Break the wrist, walk away.
No, really, but like all you do is like that and you can get right out. So I was surprised that I could do most of the stuff. They even showed us something that was really cool. Like if someone's on you, choking you, how to like flip them over.
It was cool.
It was awesome and it worked. So
yeah, I filmed a little bit of it, but yeah, we just wanted to share that with you guys. And
it wasn't only for girls, like for boys too. Like if your kid is at school and someone's doing something that's inappropriate or like makes them uncomfortable, even if it's so much as a side hug, they can be empowered enough to be like, don't do that. I don't like that. I'm not comfortable with that. And if they, and then she's like, oh, they'll try to make you feel bad about it. Like, oh, you're too good for me. You don't want to hug me. And you look at them and say, yes. Like, don't touch me. It's totally okay to have boundaries and to be very assertive about them and say no.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, like, we have to teach our kids too, like, if your friend comes up and puts out their arm and you do want to give them a hug, then that's okay. You guys can go like this. It's not like every person touching you is bad. It's just what you get to decide for you, what is okay and what's not. And it was really cool. So that's one of the coolest things I took from it tonight. But
yeah, we just wanted to share some of that. Hopefully that somebody can benefit from that. I feel like everybody can benefit from that. There's good principles being taught there. So draw your boundaries. Don't be afraid to be assertive to people. And
don't be creepy. If you're being creepy, people are going to tell you you're creepy. You better stop it.
Okay, guys. thank you for watching the vlog today. Find good in everything.
All right,
See you tomorrow.
bye.
Bye-bye.